Unslinging live streaming and at least one person winning. It's the O. Henry Museum Pun-Off World Championships Punslingers Competition Online Edition. Wouldn't it be great if I turned on my mic? Hello again. My name is Aaron Faisal. I am with the O. Henry Pun-Off. I am host and producer today. We have a really fun, exciting show for you. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to introduce you to our... Okay, excellent. And I'm going to introduce you to my co-host, Gary Halleck. Hello, Gary.
Good morning, Aaron, and good morning, world champions. I'm gonna turn around and back introduce Aaron. What can I say about Aaron that he won't end up wishing that I hadn't? Well, like most people involved in the production of this event, Aaron has served a term as multi-time player in the Punslingers Championship competition. Unlike most of the people involved, though, he has no hardware to show for it. Consequently, his trophy shelf over his fireplace has been completely dismantled. No matter, he's managed to redeem himself over the past few years, though, by throwing in the towel and throwing together this monumental challenge. Yes, Gary just said that Aaron was mentally challenged. As producer of the soon-to-be outrageously popular podcast, Pun Intensive, Aaron has risen above his circumstances, to become a stalwart in the community of competitive wordplay. So welcome to our team, Aaron Faisal.
Yay! I didn't give nearly as exciting an introduction. Of Gary, but I feel like 99% of the people on here probably already know Gary. He's been producing the O. Henry Pun-Off since 300 BC. He actually retired about 5 years ago, and now the current producer is David Guggenheim, whom you will meet in the near future. So, real quick note here. Those of you who are familiar with the O. Henry Pun-Off Punslingers competition, all of the rules are going to be the same with one major exception. That is that each heat will only last 10 minutes. What does that mean? It means that if there is a draw, if no one drops out or gets too many strikes by the end of the 10 minutes, then we are going to throw it to the drawing board. The drawing board is a group of judges. They are seasoned Pun-Off competitors, and I'm going to introduce them now. So Gary, if you don't mind turning off your camera, and let's have all of our drawing board judges come up. All right, I'm still missing...
Here we are, 2, 3, 4.
There we go.
And 5.
Excellent. All right, Jonah, do you want to go ahead and introduce yourself?
Sure thing, I'll start. My name is Jonah Spear. I'm the co-MC of the Bay Area Pun-Off in San Francisco, California. I'm this year's O. Henry Punniest of Show, and I am thrilled to be joined
We'll go with Aaron.
I get it, Jonah. I got it.
I have a strong hunch that you guys are going to hear me accidentally mute myself a lot today, so I got to get out of that habit. All right. Actually, speaking of the drawing board, I want to show you something special here.
The Bay Area Pun-Off, BAPO, San Francisco's premier and only wordplay event, is proud to be playing an integral role in judging the 2020 Punslingers online competition. BAPO offers a safe place for wordplay by keeping the groans at bay. You can define them online at worldwidepuns.com.
The audio's on Twitch.
He's running the.
I can't hear the audio.
That's the important
For
part.
the commercial.
All right.
I could hear the judge intros on.
So, forgive me. I need the folks on our Zoom here to mute their audio. I neglected, because I got a little flustered with that original volume, I neglected to introduce our third co-host. Can I get Francis to come on camera here, please? There we go. Francis is going to be our Paul Schaefer of the group, so we're genuinely looking forward to that. Okay, I am going to show you a short video that describes basically what you can expect during this contest. We actually have several videos that talk about various... keep your camera on there, Francis. So sorry. We have a handful of videos that'll describe all of the details. We're going to start with this one, and then we're going to immediately go into the contest. So in a few moments, I'm going to have my first competitors turn their cameras on, but first, this.
Welcome to the 2020 O. Henry Pun-Off Punslingers competition. You'll enjoy the competition a lot more if you're familiar with the terminology and rules of the event. Basically, two contestants are given a topic. They alternate offering puns on that topic until one is eliminated or the time limit is reached. The winner advances to the next round. Terminology. Topic. The category in which the contestants must pun. For example, archaeology. Cue. The word or phrase upon which a pun is based. Ziggurat. Response. The use of a cue in an attempt to pun. Now, I started vaping because it's supposed to be better than ziggurats. Rounds will last a maximum of 10 minutes with 2 judges and 2 contestants. Primary judge will introduce the topic, clarify any parameters for that topic, and indicate which contestant will begin the round. Another judge will monitor the cues being used and assist with the 5 count. More on that in a moment. The response from each contestant must meet 3 criteria: contain an actual pun, fit within the topic parameters, and use a new cue. The contestant must begin their response within a 5 count of the end of their opponent speaking. They are subject to being interrupted by the judge if stalling is suspected. If a response is not started within the 5 count, the contestant is eliminated and the round is over. The judges will administer penalties in the form of strikes. 3 strikes will eliminate the contestant and end the round. The judges do have discretion in administering strikes and will be more lenient in the first round, allowing contestants the opportunity to repair a non-pun. Repeated infractions may not be provided this opportunity. Reuse of a cue will result in a strike. The penalty for using a cue not falling within the topic parameters will vary from a strike to allowing another response at the judge's discretion. A very important note: when a contestant begins speaking immediately after their opponent, the previous response is considered automatically accepted. The judges will not stop and go back to assess or penalize a previous response. If neither contestant is eliminated within the time limit, the winner will be determined by the drawing board. This group of experienced competitive punsters will confer, then determine the winner of the round. The remaining pair of contestants will meet in the final round, which has an extended time limit, doubled to 20 minutes. If both contestants somehow survive to the end of the round, again, the decision for the winner will be determined by the drawing board. Regardless of the method of victory, the successful contestant will become the O. Henry Punoff Punslinger Champion for 2020.
Yeah, unfortunately.
All right, welcome back. I hope that that elucidated some folks. I neglected, and I apologize to our contestants. I neglected to introduce our MCs, and in fact, I'm going to have my co-host Gary Hallett, go ahead and do that.
Okay, back to the introductions. I'm all about introducing. You know, I call myself producer emeritus, but I think it's time to make emeritus greet again. So I'm going to greet today Erica Etten. She's a staple at the O. Henry Punoff for the past 2 years, a regular at Thunderdome in New York, a frequent winner at Pun DMP in Washington, D.C., and with cameos in the Bay Area Punoff, Sacramento's Capital Punishment, and even the UK Punoff. Let's just say she gets around, if you know what I mean. The pun circuit, that is. You know, her most recent word nerd accolade is that she will have her first crossword puzzle published in the New York Times next year. She got the attention of Will Shortz, even though I couldn't. Please welcome our first ever female MC in the O. Henry history, Erica Etten. Yay!
Yay!
Applause.
All right, we will do that. So let's go ahead and Gary, you can turn your camera off, and let's have our two contestants come on. It's my understanding that some people may be having a hard time hearing, so I need to investigate that. All right. Whoops. There we go. All right. Erica et al., let's assume that everyone can hear us at the moment, and I'll go ahead and fix it if we need to. But we're recording this, so we're good. I'm going to go ahead and throw it to Erica.
All right. Well, as Gary
have we officially introduced the contestants yet?
Oh my gosh.
Gotta introduce the contestants. You can't play it all by yourself, Eric. I know you'd like to. She really loves this new topic. Contestant number 1, Jeremy Eaton. Jeremy Eaton, who claims that he has a PhD. Well, I have a PhD too. I'm an adjunct professor. I just keep adding junk in my garage, and so I pilot hierarchy for PhD. Jeremy is a PhD in physics and a lead in the theater program at high school where he teaches. And he has lived in both Maryland and California, but he is now where? Unmute yourself, Jeremy.
Now in Maryland, back home where I came from.
Okay, well, great. Welcome to the show, and welcome to the cannon fodder portion, as I like to call it. The first 2 contestants are the cannon fodder. Before I go any farther into that, I'm going to introduce Michael Cole, on whom I have almost no background information. So either I will make something up, or I will bring Michael up and have him turn his microphone on and tell us a little bit about yourself. Michael, where are you hailing from today?
Well, good morning, everybody. I hail originally from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, but I make my home in lovely Los Angeles, California, and my apartment has no central heating. Good luck, everybody.
Oh, okay. Now you've participated before. Don't turn yourself off yet.
You got it.
In a second.
Okay.
You participated before in what?
Yes, I have participated in the O. Henry World Pun-Off Championship in Austin, Texas, about 5 or 6 years. Every year, except for 2014, since 2013, and I'm still on the hunt for that first nugget of gold.
Well, it could happen today. You never know. So I'm going to turn it over to Erica, and you can kick off your topic.
Hold on just one moment. I'm so sorry. When Gary turned on his camera, the screens got mixed up. So let me fix that real quickly.
I'm being beckoned to hold on one moment. All right, keep you in suspense.
Yeah, we're looking at some chat over there on the window.
It seems that Aaron,
there we go.
Mute button might be muting the entire Twitch.
Oh, okay. Well, then I will work on that while you guys compete. But right now we're good to go. So you can go ahead and start.
Okay, wonderful. Without further ado, the first topic, I'm sorry, I'm just doing this for fun. The first topic of the 2020 online O. Henry Pun Competition is pizza. And we're going to start with contestant number 1, Jeremy. Jeremy.
I was cooking dinner last night, and I spilled a vial, and I got pepper on me.
Oh, man. You are quite a fine pizza manhood, my friend. I'm impressed.
We all are.
Ooh,
Jeremy?
5 seconds doesn't give me much room for a new pun here.
Well, Pi could think of one.
We just got to get to the upper crust of things.
You know, I would love to be able to ladle out marinara in the kitchen, but unfortunately I haven't reached sauce age yet.
Jeremy and 5.
That was pretty good, though.
Very good.
Thank you. You know, I figured highbrow humor doesn't work, so I think basil do the trick.
I was
3.
That was pretty good, I reckon. No?
Just in the nick of time.
No, I thought that was good. You know, I forgot to mention, I'm Jewish, so, well, actually, though, when Passover comes around, I must admit, I don't like matzah really much.
Man, you're pretty good. I bet you Dom in those other pun competitions.
Thank you. I like look, I like looking at dudes' feet, and I think my favorite anatomy piece was Tommy's toes.
I'm gonna play a commercial. Can you just double check that sound when the commercial's done?
Actor Penn told me a little secret, and per Sean, I think it's a good one.
That was good, dude. I can really see your pun abilities coming into full flower.
Jeez Louise, this is tough.
Yeah, same. I'm thinking of fleeing to the Middle East. How does Qatar sound?
I went to my friend Peter's house, and Pizza Hut isn't as lavish as you'd think it would be.
Well, technically, Pizza Hut is because it's a hut, so we'll let it go, but just continue.
My dog, John, is actually just signed a record contract. Pop Paw John.
I was the first one to get more money at my job. I got the original raise.
Original raise.
I'm
Okay.
assuming that's a pizza brand where you live.
Original raise in New York.
Okay, got it. The next thing at risk in our democracy is deliberty.
Liberty? Like delivery?
Yes.
It's close, but I'd like you could do better. Try one more.
Got it.
No strike.
Got it. My favorite thing about Castle Apparel is the livery. Did I use that word right? Cool.
I have no idea.
Y'all know the word I'm trying to say.
I got in a fight and I got punched in the face. Ooh, nose!
I have to say, I would love to get together with you and gossip about all of these judges. Let's just get together and dish.
Five, 4.
I don't know. I thought my last pun wasn't that good, so I'm going to give it a personal pan.
I gotta tell y'all, I'm tired. I just woke up, and I'm having a hard time thinking of puns. I've got a lot of think rust.
I read a lot of books by noblemen, so I've, read Earl, and I've also read Baron.
I sauce what you did there.
Was sauce used, Ben?
He did
Not
sausage.
yet.
Okay.
Nope, sausage we just been not sauce.
Got it. Perfect.
I like to go to the beach. Everyone loves the shore, no?
What are the first two letters in the abbreviation for these therapeutic ingredients in marijuana? CBK? I know it was lame.
The brand?
Oh, CPK.
California
CPK.
Pizza Kitchen.
Got it.
Table tennis, I was really good back in college. I was one of the top ping pong players around.
Another thing that I'm too young to do in the kitchen is rotate pizzas. Yeah, I haven't really reached spin age yet.
5, 4.
The government took my car away. Tomorrow.
What do we do?
Well, tomato has actually already been used, so we'll give you a strike and let you try
We'll give you a strike
again.
for that one. But can you give a speedy or delivered?
On yon porch, I have a pizza ready for you.
Onion.
Nice. Wow. Have y'all seen this contestant's muscles? That guy is shredded. Jeez.
Was the pun on cheese?
Pun on shredded cheese.
Because cheese has already been used in that contest. Shredded is not really a pun there.
Literal.
So we're going to give you a strike, Michael, and give you a chance to go again.
Okay, understood. Man, I feel like I had a lot of good puns for us all to enjoy gustatorily, but at this point, I've already ate them.
It's a stretch, but I liked it.
I saw the kid in A Christmas Story get his tongue stuck to a cold pole, but did he ever do a car lick?
You know, I like this guy. He's shakies it up.
I grew up close to Baltimore, and we really like our Orioles, so it's a real calzone. Mr. Ripken, of course.
Go yeast, young man.
I had a really nice, sturdy container to put all my pizza ingredients in. It was a Stromboli.
Stromboli? With regard to my previous pun, I must say, my friend Gina does it better than I do. That's right, folks. G knows yeast.
Five, 4, 3, 2.
I was born and bred to do puns.
Lucky.
My favorite deep dish pizzeria in Chicago makes lots of money. You could say they make peak wads.
I went to a...
I'm sorry, what is...
The pun was on the best deep dish pizza place in the world, Pequod's in Chicago.
Oh, this is so educational. Okay, continue.
You're welcome, Erica.
I went to a stable and I asked, "Is there a marinara?" Huh?
That was funny. I'll live this guy.
We all do. Jeremy?
I'm just trying to ham it up.
Okay.
Man, I wish I hadn't stayed up so late last night watching Corn. They do it in Japan. It's nasty. The corn on pizza, not the other thing.
Okay. That is what I was wondering about, yes. Okay.
I have to teach my students a lot of math, and I try to get them to use technology. So I say, a pie and apple do you good. Pie and apple.
I'm a musician, so I actually measure the waveforms of sound, and I've noticed a lot of interesting shapes lately. For example, have y'all ever heard a round beep?
And that is time. I
didn't quite understand round beef.
Ground beef.
Got it. Well, since it appears to be time, and neither of you put in a free pass to the finals, we are going to actually pass this along to our team of judges. Now, since I believe on the Twitch earlier, people were not able to hear the judge introductions, it turns out they're going to briefly say what their role is, and they're going to opine out loud on who moves on to the finals. So with that, I turn it over to the judges.
All right, so let me have you four turn your cameras off, and we'll have the judges turn their cameras on.
We've got one more judge coming to join us. And hello, everyone. My name is Jonas Spear. I am one of the 5 panels of the drawing board. We are the tie-breaking conglomerate assembled to address this very issue when we make it to 10 minutes. Congratulations on making it to 10 minutes, both of you, Michael and Jeremy. This was a very close call, and when we're finished introducing ourselves, we'll tell you where it landed. But first, brief introductions. I'm Jonah Spear. I'm co-host and co-MC of the Bay Area Pun-Off in San Francisco, California. And I'm this year's O. Henry Punniest of Show. And I'm thrilled to be joined by these epic punsters and pun aficionados. I'm going to pass it over to Judge Carmen based on how it's appearing on my screen. Carmen?
Hi, everybody. I'm Carmen Olson, co-MC and host of the Bay Area Pun-Off. And for sake of time, I'll pass it on to Sam.
Hi, everyone. I'm Sam Corbin. I'm based in Brooklyn, New York, a many-time champion of the Punderdome here in New York. I've competed in the O. Henry a couple times, come home with Punniest of Show second place and the MVP award. And I also co-host a monthly wordplay show called Vocabulary with another woman on this call. So I'll pass it over to Allie.
That's me. I'm Allie Spear, no relation to Jonah, slightly different spelling. I am also based in Brooklyn, where I regularly compete in Punderdome, have been for a few years. Co-host the show with Sam, as she mentioned, have attended but have yet to participate in O. Henry. I look forward to doing that at future events. And who's left? Alex, take it away.
Hello, I'm Alex, based in DC, a former Punniest in Show and MVP at the O. Henry, and thrilled to be here virtually with all of you. Yay puns.
Yay puns indeed. Well, this was a very difficult first round for us in the side chat. Both contestants came in swinging, but by a narrow victory, we 3-2 agreed that Jeremy really came into his own. So Michael, you slayed, but Jeremy is moving forward on this one. Congratulations to both of you and good luck, Jeremy.
Great game.
The drawing board will now disappear.
Great job, Jeremy. Congrats.
Thank you. It was a pleasure.
Gary, I think it's over to you, Gary.
Can I get Francis to turn on his camera? Hey, Francis. So I forgot to give proper introductions to you. Can you introduce yourself to the audience?
Yeah, hi, I'm Francis McGrath. I have been involved with the Pun-Off for 25 years. And I just realized this is the first time I've spoken today, so excuse me. I was Punniest of Show winner in 1998 and 2005, and I've been a judge more or less for the last 10 years. And my band, the Greatest American Heroes, used to open for the Pun-Off, so I've been all around this thing every which way.
Brilliant. All right. Gary and Erica and Ben, if you can turn your cameras on, please. It's my understanding some folks weren't able to hear earlier. So, and Gary's sending me a message that he can't turn anything
I think
on.
you muted him, or did you?
I did not, but
oh, okay.
We'll figure it out.
I have an idea.
Sure.
Earlier, since no one was able to hear the introductions to both Ben and myself, we're just going to repeat those. So if you're okay with it, Ben, I am going to introduce you if you would like to introduce me.
Okay.
Okay. So our first MC's first pun-off was in 2009, and we almost had to cancel it because of a heavy extended downpour. Thankfully, we were able to reconvene in the hotel next to the park where he came second in Punslingers. He survived that storm, and he's reigned many times since. Here is Ben Zeke.
Well, thank you, Erica. Yeah, my first pun-off was in 2009. I've since gone on to win Punniest of Show twice and Punslingers 5 times. I believe I'm currently the record holder for most hardware from the O. Henry. Something I'm proud of, and I do hope we'll be beaten one of these days because I know you guys are really great. Honestly, in 2009, I didn't know whether we were going to make it. So many people left because I thought we'd have no audience precipitation. When I came in second, I said drought, but I was on the letter to the pun off gold, and I knew I had to climb it. I never looked back. And snow, that's it. No more squalling. To the componenters out there, I salute. Hail to you. And now, let me introduce our other MC. She came to us. This is your, third year at the O. Henry? Our first ever female MC. She impressed so many people last year with her, in the past couple of years, excuse me, with her amazing abilities. Here is Erica Etten.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me. And Gary, do you want to add anything to that now that you're unmuted?
So the first round was just a practice, right?
No.
Okay. Erica has long been a staple at O. Henry for the past 2 years and a regular at Punderdome in New York, a frequent winner at the Pun DMB in Washington, D.C., and cameos with the Bay Area Pun Off and Sacramento's Capital Punishment, and even a pun off in the UK, the legendary UK pun off overseas. Let's just say she gets around, if you know what I mean, around the pun circuit. You know, her most recent word nerd accolade is that she has just sold her first crossword puzzle to the New York Times. So watch for that sometime early next year. We will welcome her as our first ever female MC and also our first estrogen American. So thank you, everybody. And
Oh, yay. Well, thank you for having me. We've had many years of Pun Nation without representation. So I'm thrilled to ladies puns down today. I'm here to keep you abreast of the rules in case you can't commit them to memory. Splain, it was time to see. It was time. As goddess, my witness, puns are for everyone. So again, thank you for having me.
And thank you, Erica. So let's fast forward here to contestant number 3 and contestant number 4. Bring them up on deck, and I will make an attempt to introduce them without stumbling too much. Contestant number 3 is right from here in Austin. I think he originally hails from Arizona, but I believe you're in Austin now. Is that right, Arun? Open your mic.
That is correct. Hello, from probably not that far away.
And he's been a multi-time contestant at the Pun Off. Has done real well in recent years. I believe you were in the finals last year in the Punslingers.
Yeah. Yes, that's right. Second place.
And David would always like me to remind you that you also have won the Verbal Equinox Championship 2 times. We hold a between the seasons impromptu party kind of pun off. We call it the Verbal Equinox, and Arun has done real well on that. He's also been a guest on our podcast a number of times too. So no stranger to the pun world. Arun, thank you for showing up today and being part of this event. Contestant number 4, Aaron Lip. Can you turn your mic on, Aaron? Tell me about this. You did a Punniest of Show entry this year in the 2020 Punniest of Show, right?
I did.
I recognize your background. I don't know much more about your background. You're a high school senior?
Yes, I am a high school senior, currently struggling through the college process.
Well, that would explain why I've seen your background before. And you live in Silicon Valley, somewhere down in the valley. What?
Just kind of the one city that's kind of right in the middle between San Francisco and San Jose, Redwood City.
Okay, I don't need your zip code. I just like to know what altered state people are coming from. Are you in an altered state this morning?
I have no clue. Everything's a mess in my life right now.
All right. Well, you're on Pacific time, so I'm not going to ask you to be too Pacific. But I had a notion you would think that. So let's go ahead and open up the topic prompt for this one. So I'll take it over to Ben.
Yes. So Arun. Okay, it's look like we have a vowel movement here. All right. Arun, we're going to start with you on this one. And our topic for this round is one that I played a couple years ago. It's a good one. Musical genres. Musical genres. Arun,
All right,
it's up to you
good.
to start.
This topic I'm really solid on. It's my rock.
I think these puns are gonna pop off.
Yeah, this topic is classical. Actually, no, I took a classic in this topic.
Good fix.
My friend Raymond recently came up to me. He was like, "Hey, Aaron, I think I like guys," and I was like, "Oh, okay. So Ray, gay. All right, got it."
Yeah, I've had a similar conversation like that in my group chats.
I decided to kind of tell my friend about a whole bunch of different music, and I was like, "Hey, I have some music I want to like have you guys listen to. Yeah, I have to show tunes to you guys."
Nice. I almost showed up today in a blues and cardigan.
Oh yes. You did? You would have been such a punk.
Sure, that's fun.
That's really not a pun because punk is based on the lifestyle of punk music. So no strike because it's the first round, but we'll give you a chance to fix it. Go ahead.
Okay. Man, these punk kills people.
That's good. Yep.
So I noticed there are these big happy punk bands in where else? Scotland.
Well, Scott. Got it. Gotcha.
Yes.
Scott.
Yes. The movie, great Disney movie, Aladdin, one of my favorites. You got Aladdin, you have Jasmine.
Jazz has already been used.
Ooh. But Aladdin's a great
Everyone
movie.
said it did in his group Jazz. So
Jazz,
that is your
okay.
first strike. Aaron, it's still your turn.
All right. I was recently I was in my, what's it called? Wind Symphony class. We have a great music ensemble at my school. And it's really the core all schools need.
Nice. So I recently injured my pelvis, and now when I hobble around everywhere, that is a hip hop.
So I decided to go to my barber. My friend Barbara recently opened a store, and I was like, "Oh, Barb, that's her shop. Barb, her shop."
Nice. Yeah, I decided, well, what street in Austin can you get the best sausages on? And the answer is Broadway.
Okay.
I decided to instead of I don't really celebrate Christmas. That's the best way to put this. I'm Jewish. I celebrate Hanukkah, so I guess it's very similar. Gifts. What do you have to do with gifts? Wrap them.
Good. So when an evil supervillain, mwahaha, and the cape and everything drinks a soda, what do you call that? A cape pop.
Got it.
So Despicable Me. The main character, Despicable Me, has all these. He has all these. How do I phrase minions? Very flustered right now. He has all these the little minion guys, and I guess it's really important to. I'm completely forgetting how I'm doing this. All right, switch back. I can start my timer again. All right. So again, Despicable Me. He.
Oh, Aaron, I think we need to give you a strike
Yeah,
for this one.
We're gonna have to give you a timeout.
Oh.
All right.
Yeah,
I
we're
think
gonna
I'm.
we're gonna have to give you a timeout because we tried starting it 3 times.
Yeah.
And it just wasn't
Oh.
coming. So we're
Yeah,
gonna
it
have
was
to
fun
give this
competing with
round to Arun.
By the way,
Oh.
Aaron, I loved your Punniest and Show entry. It was really funny.
It was excellent.
Thank you.
Thank you both so
Thank
much.
you.
Aaron,
Thank
we'll
you,
give you a new
Aaron.
wave goodbye.
Thank you, Aaron.
All right, and now we are going to get a word from our sponsors. And while that is happening, I would like Gary and our next two contestants to come online.
2020 Punslingers competition is supported by the Brush Square Museums Foundation, which provides the underpunnings for 3 historic downtown
I couldn't hear
Austin
what you said, Aaron.
collections.
Did you want me to
When you
unmute?
brush Square daily,
I need
people
you
may
and our
ignore
next
all
two
your other
contestants,
floss.
David and
www.brushsquaremuseums.org.
All right, and we are back. Gary, go ahead and why don't you introduce our next two contestants?
All right. This is a very broad event here, so we brought in David Wide, who can make it wide and broad, and he's coming in from California, I believe. Don't you live out somewhere near Seattle?
Seattle, yeah.
Yeah. David's been a contestant before at the Pun Off. In fact, we even recruited him for the judge panel last year, I think, or one of those recent memory. It's like, what is last year? I don't even know how to define last year, because this year is totally shot. Anyway, David, keep me from rambling on. Tell me a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, so I was a judge last year. I've done punniest twice, and I have no further punning remarks.
Well, okay, we'll just go right on over to your competing partner here today, Rafi Bortnick. Turn your microphone on and tell us a little bit about yourself. I understand you were born and raised in Alaska?
Yeah, grew up there. It's a really great place. I live in San Francisco now, and I've competed in the Bay Area Pun-Off a couple times, not particularly competitively.
And you also did something in a runoff. What was that about?
Oh, I think I wrote in my bio, I ran a marathon barefoot because the only footwear I could find was really shoddy.
Well, that was quite a feat, I'm sure. Probably had to call a tow truck to get you home. Your punning experience, though, have you participated in the Bay Area Pun-Off?
I've done the Pun-Off Punslingers a couple times, and I forget what the pun run is called for the event, but I've done that as well.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so you think you're hyped and ready to go, and you're ready to take on David and knock him out, right? All right, let's pump you up. Let's go ahead and throw it back to Erica and let you get these guys started.
All right. Well, good luck to both of you. I'm very excited. It turns out my pet Scruffy specifically requested this category. So your topic today, and we're going to be starting with Rafi, is dogs. Rafi, off you go.
I might need to call a friend to help with some of these puns. Collie.
Mm-hmm.
How in the heck are we going to do this?
I really love the Three Stooges, but I know one of them can't hear very well. But there was one episode where Shep heard everything.
My friend was at the airport, so I had to go retrieve her.
Actually, a retriever is called a retriever because it retrieves things. So can you just try that one again?
Okay. I was thinking like golden retriever, the breed, as the dog cue. But
I think we can allow that one because it was actually a pun on retrieve her.
Okay.
So there was I think that's okay.
All right, we'll take it.
If you're okay with that.
I was making some curry and I forgot the clarified butter. It was a core ghee mistake.
To make sure my friend actually arrived at the airport, I had to call her.
I was I was going to the bathroom and it was really boring. It was poo dull.
We have to keep going. We can't pause.
I
3.
I really love corn, but sometimes it's too husky.
Good save.
I heard that.
I didn't hear that one.
I heard that.
Heard.
Heard. Yeah.
Very good.
I guess that's it for me. I'm out. Ciao.
Puns are for everyone. For
5.
K9 get a clue on another pun?
Very good.
we have to unleash our skills.
I would actually call that not a pun because unleash means to take a leash off. So that is actually a literal pun. So first round, no strike, but please fix it.
I want to end my apartment term, so I'm going to unleash it.
Very good.
My phone's out of battery. I better plug it in. It docks on my nightstand.
We're disagreeing here. I don't want to kibble too much.
Five, 4, 3.
My dog barks really poorly. It sounds like a cow. Sometimes he makes a malamute.
I have a radar machine inside. It's lab radar.
How many of these do we have to do? Because if I have a goal, then I can plan ahead.
I have got to tell some tall tales here.
Could you? What was the pun on there? I didn't catch
Tail.
it.
Tall tales, tails.
See, you keep going and making me think of new words. Aussie.
Very good.
Doggone it, this is tough.
Is that an expression?
Is
No
it dry?
strike. But I believe that's just an expression.
Okay.
No strike, but try again.
I have gone for a slow dog around the park. I was going for a jog, which is kind of weak, but
I don't know. We'll take it. But I know you can do better.
me too.
Okay. All right, Rafi.
My wife is really tired of her old purse, so she bought a new one. She bought a new one.
My hopes are fleeting.
Shit, so keep going.
Had to happen sooner or later.
Going back to the music category, I was based in show.
What dog word was that? I'm sorry.
Best in show?
Oh, the movie. Okay, gotcha. Sure. Why not?
Hey, David, this has really been a great round.
If you're in a car crash, you might injure your neck. You might whip it. Like whiplash.
Got it. We'll whip it real good. All right, Rafi's turn. 5, 4, 3, 2. Oh,
I really love stir fry with Snoop peas in it. Snoop peas in it.
All right. We'll give it to you, but come in a little sooner.
Are we calling that, Erica?
No, we'll give it to him, but come in a little sooner.
That's fine.
If I win this competition, I'll be a wiener.
Oh,
That was a
Rafi, this
great
time I'm
answer.
sorry.
All right.
I'm sorry. I know you had to tear your hair out to think of a new one, but we appreciate it. Great job to both of you, and David will be moving on.
Well done, gentlemen.
Thanks.
Well done.
Good job, David.
All
Good
right.
game.
So we are going to get a quick word from another one of our sponsors. While that is happening, I would like our next two contestants, Logan and Joshua, to come up, as well as Gary.
Funding for the 2020 Punslingers online competition is provided in part by PARD, Austin Parks and Recreation Department, and by our twisted friends at O. Henry Museum. It's a national literary landmark located in the heart of downtown Austin, Texas. The O. Henry Museum is so much more than a one-story house because there are so many pun fan addicts. www.facebook.com/O. Henry Museum.
And we're back. So our next contestant, number 7, Logan. How do you say that? Anbinder?
Anbinder, that's right.
Anbinder and Josh Calandrillo. Calandrio. You know what? I'm gonna bring this back to Gary to mispronounce everybody's name.
Yeah, I already learned how to mispronounce his name. It rhymes with armadillo. So it's Joshua Calandrillo. Or anyhow, coming. Am I doing the actual introductions now? Here we go.
Yeah.
Next up would be contestant number 7, Logan Anbinder, about whom I have zero information. So open your microphone and tell us a little bit about yourself, and I'll tell you whether or not I think you're lying.
Sounds good. I'm from Maryland, just outside the DC area. I've competed and won a couple times in Pun DMV in DC. I am a former Quidditch player. My other fun fact is that I usually do pun competitions, which I guess does not get a lot of mileage in this kind of environment.
Well, Quidditch players always leave room for improvement, though, right?
That's right.
All right. And so you are going up against Joshua Calandrillo, as I mentioned before, who is a math teacher and IT administrator. He says or claims that he once played 300 unique board and card games in 1 year and somehow was not bored. Tell us about Clinton, Illinois, would you, Joshua?
So one of the unique facts about Clinton is that Abraham Lincoln practiced law in our town square.
In your town square, and you are currently in Clinton, Illinois, and Logan, you are where?
I'm in Hyattsville, Maryland.
Hyattsville, Maryland. We are truly international. Ooh. So, without further ado, I'm going to throw it over to Ben to host this next round. Ben, let's go.
All right, gentlemen. I'm glad you are here at this inaugural online meet of the Henry Punslingers, the online meet. Oh yeah, your topic is meat. But now let me clarify. Unless it is the specific name for meat, we're not going to be looking for every single animal that you could make meat of. So unless it is a meat that is named after that animal, we'll accept it, but we're not going to look for animals specifically. But meat, go from there. And Logan, we're going to start with you.
When I traveled around the country, I had a special map that told me exactly where to go. So it was my tour key.
Turkey, yep.
I accidentally left my puppy in the car during the summer, so I had a hot dog.
Oh, poor puppy.
I don't really love boots. I am prosciutto.
Yay, lovely.
But I really try to watch for other people to come up with these meat puns, and so one time I put out a stakeout.
My favorite part of my lower body is my feet because it's below knee.
My email is full of spam.
I went on a performance when I traveled around the country, and people were throwing things at my head as I was on stage. So I spent a lot of the tour ducking.
We were in a really crowded area, and my dad's sister was trying to get past, and my aunt shoved me. Anchovy.
Okay.
I tried. There's a woman's bathroom, and I said, I don't know if a guy can go in there, but a chick can.
I'm gonna keep egging you on.
Was that egg?
Egg, yeah.
Okay. Egg is technically not a meat, and it's actually not a pun because egging is the thing that you're doing. Is there? It's a literal.
Okay.
So again, first round, no strike, but please either come up with a new pun or fix it.
Okay. I used a bird meat to get in the door. It was a turnkey.
Okay, turkey was already used, so that is a strike.
Okay.
But it's still your turn, Josh.
My girlfriend, I really love her.
There you go.
I was eating meat, and someone told a joke, and the meat came out my nose. I had hamburgers.
Good and gross at the same time.
A cow with no legs is ground beef.
Classic.
I had to ask my girlfriend to change a light bulb for me. I said, I don't know if I can do it, but my bacon.
Do they eat meat in Athens? Because there's a lot of grease.
Grease is not a meat, so that is technically off topic. So we're gonna have to give you a second strike on that.
Okay.
And again, go ahead, Josh.
So would if I make a spice pun that was made earlier, would the pepper wrong be?
Okay.
My friend Ken is kind of down on his luck. I thought pork Ken.
Was pork was not used yet. Okay, yeah. Go ahead, Josh. Got to call time on you, Josh.
Thank you.
Put up a good effort. Come up with some really good ones. But Logan, you're going to be moving on to tonight's competition. Congratulations. Give it up for both of them.
We didn't even have to fill 10-minute span. Good job, both of you. I know.
Excellent.
And if you guys want to try tipping, you can.
And after Thursday, they can tryptophan light-tastic.
And I believe Francis had something here for us. I'm going to guess that was my fault. So, no, that's okay. You can turn your camera back on, Gary. All right. So, let's go ahead and bring up our next two contestants. That would be Dave Wallace and Divya. I'm going to let Gary mispronounce that.
Yeah, you take the easy ones, Aaron. Dave Wallace, that's Dave with an E because someone stole his ID. Dave with no E, D-A-V. Okay. Dave Wallace, a stalwart at the O. Henry Pun-Off for many years. He's performed and competed and won Punslingers 10 or 11 times. He is the 2012 Punslingers champion, and he likes to add that he's also, in his spare time, artistic director for Comedy Sports Austin. So welcome to the chopping block here, Dave Wallace. Unmute yourself and speak the truth.
All these things are true.
Okay. Anything else to add? Oh, Dave, I have to add that we usually have a a live after party at the Pun Off in Austin, and Dave kind of has become the de facto MC for the live after party because he's so well versed in comedy, sports, and improv. He's brought a lot of fun improv games to the after parties, and hopefully we can figure out some way to do after parties virtually online. But right now, I'm looking forward to a couple of weeks off.
Thanks, Gary. For the after party today, I'm going to get drunk.
Thank you, Dave. And not to be discounted or uncounted or mispronounced, Divya Rachakanda is coming up next, and I know pretty much nothing about her except how to pronounce her last name. Tell us a little bit about yourself and if you've competed before in other contests.
Yes, my name is Divya Rachakunda. Excellent pronunciation. I've competed before at the Bay Area Pun Off. I won a cup once and come in punner up, and have also won Pun of the Night, and am so excited to be here.
And you are in the Bay Area?
Yes.
Okay, and that's your home base. So you are coming to us live from the West Coast. And hopefully,
I'm your Bay.
If you survive this round, you won't have to worry about the time lag or anything. So let's go ahead and throw it over to Erica, who's going to give you your topic and set you up, and hopefully we'll put the drawing board to work again. I'm counting on some of you surviving the 10 minute here, so we don't want the drawing board to fall asleep on us.
Welcome to both contestants. I'm very excited. So, unlike how most of us appear on Zoom these days, maybe without some, this topic is clothing and fabrics. So, we are going to start with Dave, clothing and fabrics. Off you go.
Well, being from Texas, we have a rivalry between Texas, or University of Texas, and of course the Aggies, Gingham.
What was the pun?
Gingham is what they say, but gingham is what I said.
Okay. Well, yeah, I'm sorry, Dave. You are going to lose this round. Punning is just in my genes.
Sure it is.
I'm really upset that I wasn't part of the dog puns round. I love dogs. I love everything about them. I love their barks. I love their pants.
Yeah, absolutely. I like dogs too, especially the collars.
What was the name of that female rap artist who has made a comeback? Cardigan?
I don't sweat her.
I don't believe in this theory that the earth is getting warmer. I'm a climate change denimer.
When it comes to military artillery, I think that the Sherman tanks tops.
Will you go again after me?
If she wants to wear tops, I'm not going to halter tops.
Mm-hmm. Short you will.
Gaucho! That hurt.
I was a ruler in a past life. And what I would do is I would cover the streets in paint to let everyone know that I was a raincoat.
Next year, I'm going to be on the judge's flannel.
I don't care. It doesn't matter.
You can sleep on cot 9, I'll sleep on cot 10.
When I am trying to wake up my girlfriend, I do a little sexy, seductive dance so that I can arouse her.
This round really sucks, I gotta say. Sorry.
Yeah. Um, and I'm sorry for all the children watching. This is a little bit PG-13, but when my girlfriend is submissive, I really like it when my bell bottoms.
You know, on Monty Python and the Holy Grail, those guys, they were probably smoking some of the dope. I'm talking about the knights who say knee, hi.
I'm so sorry again for the children, but this is a hard category. If
they got it, it's their parents'
when
fault, not yours.
Okay. When I also am bisexual and I have a male partner, and I'm so sorry. And when we are in the bedroom and he is having trouble performing, I tell him to jack it.
Let's see here. When it comes to watching crime shows, my repertoire goes from Murder She Wrote, and it spans Dexter.
What was it?
Spandex.
Spandex. Okay. When I am talking to my girlfriend and I can't find her, I ask as I'm looking around, "Hun, where are you?"
You like teas because I pan teas.
When we are relaxing in the backyard on a sunbeam, we are lounge array.
How do you feel about Egyptian gods? Because I like Ra.
How do you know so many fabrics?
This is dangerous.
5, 4.
When I am going outside and I am stalling. I'm out of clothes.
Oh, yeah. Well, great job, both of you. I feel like I saw your gears actually turning in your brain. Dave's the winner. I could have been swayed, but he is the winner, and he will move on to the next round.
And
Great job, both of you.
As far as the adult puns, don't be sorry.
Oh,
Francis, do you want to tell us why that was a very clever riff?
That was, of course, Cake's short coat and long jacket.
And since we're having some audio issues, for once, not on my end, but on yours, did you have something you wanted to backtrack on there?
No. Let's just move on.
All right. So we're going to get a word from another one of our sponsors. And while that is happening, I would like Gary and our next two contestants to come up, Jesse and Adam.
As a producing entity for this online extravaganza, Fantastic Magic
There,
Camp
Aaron.
Incorporated is proud to support the worthy causes of the O. Henry Museum
Hello, Aaron.
and their 2020 Punslingers
now
online
would be a good
competition.
time to make a
We
long
make
break,
learning
since we only
magic
have,
easier than
3
pulling
more
a
pairings
habit
left to go,
out of a rat.
and we have a lot of recorded stuff to show. We haven't done most of those
www.magiccamp.com.
tutorials. Can you hear me?
Hi, I'd like to talk to you about a different kind of stretching.
Can we talk in the background?
Avoid making non-puns. Think about our definition of pun. It's basically about meaning. It's about using a word to mean something different than it usually means. When someone makes a non-pun, they are using a word in its normal meaning. Most often, they're using it as part of a cliché or a double entendre. Let me give you an example. Say the topic is farm animals. If you say, well, that's a horse of a different color, that is an obvious non-pun. You are using the word horse in its normal sense. You will get a strike, and besides, it's not even funny. Non-puns are not always as obvious as that. If you say, well, I'm just horsing around, you are using a slightly different meaning of the word horse, but it's not really a different meaning because it means to act like a horse. Because it's a gray area, we might give you a chance to fix it, but we might give you a strike. So it's better to just stay out of gray areas. The safest way to make a real pun is to use a sound-alike word. For example, all this talking is making me hoarse. That is clearly a pun. Or you can say, I'm hungry. Where are the hors d'oeuvres? Clearly a pun. I know that it's not easy to think about fine distinctions of language when you have only 5 seconds to start talking. So here is a handy rule of pun. When in doubt, look for sound-alike words. Here's a bonus. Real puns are funnier than non-puns, which means they help to put the audience on your side. That's important because if you and your opponent stretch out your round for 10 minutes, the audience will be voting on the winner. So keep it real and keep yourself out of the witless rejection program.
And we are back. I hope that was helpful, useful to folks. We actually have a couple of more commercials to run while we get our cameras set up properly, and we'll be right back.
The 2020 Pun-Off is brought to you in part by Grant's Pants. Don't waste your money on poorly made pants. Come check out our pants store located just off the Beltway. Our newly arrived pants inventory is going quickly, so zip on over here as soon as you can. Fly on over if you have to. Don't slack off. Come see us at Grant's Pants. Let me repeat that. Don't slack off. Come see us at Grant's Pants, where things really are as they seem.
No, you look it up yourself. You know how to find porn. Good grief. Okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yes, that's right. I'm one of the operators that's standing by. I'm standing by curious. Are you ready to donate? Yes, of course it's a fundraiser. It's a pun raiser, but it's a fundraiser. Yeah. So I'm ready. I'm ready to take your donation. Yeah, go to punintensive.com/donate. punintensive.com/donate. Yeah, we're still raising money for the O. Henry Museum. It's the same thing as usual. They have all kinds of fun stuff that they do during the rest of the year, and we like to support them. So send your money, cash, check, money order, PayPal. Well, actually, you need a papal encyclical to get a PayPal account there. But anyway, just go ahead and do it. Sorry, I got to answer this other phone. Hello. What? Wait a minute. How'd you get this number? I don't even give this number out to anybody. Oh, you're gonna fax me? This is my fax line. Yeah. You're gonna fax a donation? Oh yeah, here it comes now. Oh, look at this. Wow. Look, $100 bill just came through on the fax line. Come on, people, let's donate. It's punintensive.com/donate. Who's ringing these phones? Hello? Sorry. This one's not hooked up. Back to you, Aaron.
There's really not a whole lot that I can add to that. Let me get my two contestants to come back on screen now. By the way, I am told that, and I'll figure it out, but in the Twitch chat it says donate at this URL, and then it just puts asterisks. I'm sure there is a easy solution, but what it should be saying is punintensive.com/donate. This event is not free to put on. We have to buy a lot of equipment. We give people honorariums and such. We would very much appreciate any sort of small donation. With that said, this is a free event, so we're not insisting that anybody pay for it. And in fact, if you know anybody that you think would find this amusing, we are going to be having the finals at 7 p.m. Central tonight. So I would encourage you to pass that information along to your friends as well. But with that said, let's go ahead and go back to Gary. I believe the phones have stopped ringing, and he is going to introduce our next two contestants.
That is right, Aaron. I have cut off all the phone contact and going totally manual on the donations. If anybody wants to just drive over to my house and drop their cash in my mailbox, that's okay with me. Coming up next, we have contestant number 11, Jesse Rifkin. And I have no information on Jesse, even though I recognize the name. I know you've been to the Pun Off a few times before, so let's talk about it.
I competed in the Austin contest in 2017, had a great time. I'm usually based in the Washington, D.C. area, where I'm a two-time winner of their pun contest called Pun DMV, but I'm currently calling you today from Connecticut. Also, our co-host Erica, you mentioned in her introduction that early next year she will publish a New York Times crossword. Well, I don't mean to steal her thunder, but I have to announce that early next year, I will be attempting a New York Times crossword. So I'm very excited about that.
I find that very tempting every time I see one, and then I just totally draw a blank. Okay, well, I tend to go off grid with crosswords. So welcome to the show again, Jesse, and you're going to go up against Adam Engel today, who's here for his, I believe it's your second time. You were here at the live show last year. Adam is coming in from Seattle, where I had a chance to meet him and interact with him a little bit when my son was living out there last year. It's a damn shame, that someone who teaches about atoms would even stoop to puns in his bio, but the bio he gave me was that's the angle I'm going with, because his middle name is pronounced Evan, even though it's pronounced even. I don't know. What are the odds? Engel's a high school science teacher in Seattle, Washington. He's created a podcast called The Pun is Mightier, which I believe has not produced a new episode for a couple of years, but it's still somewhere out there in the ether. I think you can pick up the faint signals of it in cyberspace. But he's also developing a new podcast titled to be revealed when it finally comes to fruition. But Adam is here to take on Jesse in a topic that Ben is very familiar with. So Ben will be our lead MC on this round.
All right.
And while our MCs come on to camera and Gary goes off of camera, I want to show you this.
One of Austin's 4 original squares, Historic Brush Square, is the home of the O. Henry Museum, the Austin Fire Museum, and the Susanna Dickinson Museum. Come and enjoy this hidden gem nestled between 5th Street and the Convention Center. It's time you got hip to
Now,
being
during
square.
this wait period, Ben and Erica, you guys can just type the topic to me in the chat, not to Adam, but just to me.
Of course.
And we are back. I believe Ben is going to take the lead on this. So Ben, go ahead.
All right. Jesse, I know you're going to attempt a crossword. I hope that with you and Erica, there are no crosswords. Speaking of crosswords, that's a good lead into this topic that we're going to be doing. Board games. Board games. Now, just to clarify, we're looking for the names of board games. We're not going to accept characters in the board game, pieces of board game. We're just looking for the names of board games. And be careful because card games, role-playing games, maybe a little leeway, but we're going to be pretty much restricting to board games and party games of that ilk. Jesse, off you go.
I hope I don't say anything taboo.
I hope that neither one of us really has a monopoly on this category.
Okay, I have to let that go because it's technically the game title and a different word, although they do mean the same thing. Just be careful. We'll let it go this time. Jesse.
In India, it's traditional for the women to wear a sari.
Nice.
I am sorry to Ben, because by already pushing up against the rules, I've become a Scrabble rouser.
I'm finding it hard to think of a pun. It really boggles the mind.
Again, that's on that same vein. Boggle is the title, but it's also meaning to boggle, like boggle the mind. Since I let it go for Aaron, I'll let it go for you.
Wait, I can do another one. A swamp won't collect rain, but a boggle.
Okay, we'll take it. We'll take that as technically a board game.
I worry that your that the minutia fights about minutia are going to end up as a trivial pursuit.
Look at the ocean. There's a yacht. See?
Okay.
Can I ask a clarifying question?
We're gonna take Yahtzee this time. Again, you're starting to veer into because that's a dice game, technically not a board game. So just be careful. We're gonna watch those. If we go too many of them, we may have to start calling strikes on them. But go ahead, Adam.
Okay, that was going to be my clarifying question. I have bought a lot of cookware during COVID times. It's been a real pandemic for me.
Nice.
I color inside the lines. I don't like to take a lot of risk.
When I send my feline outside into the sun, I would give her a burn, but I would settle for cat tan.
There you go.
The things that you like to climb up, to get to the roof, I like to aim a rifle at it. It shoots at ladders.
Ooh.
Nice.
The question is, can he land those shots?
Well, it's all in the game of life.
Okay, so we gave you each one with Monopoly and with Boggle, and we even let Risk go by. So Game of Life is about the game of life. So I'm going to not count that as a pun. So we're not going to give you a strike, but you do have to go again or fix it.
My favorite Shakespeare play is Othello.
There you go.
What is your favorite world leader? I would guess who?
Pirates used to speak of the dead man's chess.
That when I get my trackpad stuck on my computer, it really feels kind of like a mouse trap.
Okay.
You can see his and check hers.
It sounds like when we run out of food during pandemic, I'm gonna have to operation my foods.
Oh. I don't know who headed the Nazi party. Was it a secret Hitler?
Oh boy.
That is a game.
It's a game. It's a party game.
It is a board game, yes, but it's again one of those literal translations. So yeah, that's a literal translation because Secret Hitler is Secret Hitler. So I will have to give you a strike on that one.
Okay.
Go ahead and try again.
Oh geez. Don't tell me I'm going to go off on a secret Hitler pun.
Yeah, sorry, Jesse.
Not a good look.
No.
Not recording this, are you? Okay.
We're only broadcasting to thousands of people.
Jesse, that was a good game at least.
But you were both on the par cheesy pun wise. So I think you both did a good job. It was a harder category than I expected. Adam, congratulations. You're going to be moving on. Jesse did a good job. It just didn't fall for you this time. Give it up for both of our Jesse and Adam, please.
Thank you, Francis. So it turns out that Gary has something else he would like to share with the group. Gary, can you come back on up?
Yeah, I'm still taking phone calls here, even though I can't hear them ringing. I know they're ringing because they vibrate, like they do in the cartoons. But I've got somebody on the line here right now. There's one. I've got somebody on the line here right now that wants to know if he can participate by phone. Is that a possibility, Aaron? Nope.
Well, of course,
No,
I'm here doing back-end work, and I didn't even hear your question. I'm sure the answer is yes.
A lot of our contestants are phoning it in today, anyhow. But it's what you got to do is you got to be first on the trigger when we put the thing open for lottery. So good luck next time. We're probably going to do another live event in May, which would be our usual schedule for the pun-off. So keep track of that at punoff.com or punintensive.com, and you'll be the first to know when something actually happens next time around. Because we were only able to get 16 contestants in this year, and so it's kind of a half-sized contest. But because we're only half a year away from the next contest, you got a chance. So thanks for calling in, and I got to take this other call because it's somebody with a bunch of money to donate. Just a minute. Hi, Pun Intensive Hotline. You got cash you want to turn loose of? Yeah, cash. Yeah, cashew. Of course you're nuts. No, cashew's not technically a nut. Sorry, wrong category. Well, that's the way it's going, Aaron. I like this phone better because it lacks appeal, but at least it's nutritious.
Excellent.
Back to the contest.
All right. We have another word from one of our sponsors, and while that is happening, I would like our next two contestants, Max and Travis, to turn on their cameras.
As a producing entity for this online extravaganza, Fantastic Magic Camp Incorporated is proud to support the worthy causes of the O. Henry Museum and their 2020 Punslingers online competition. We make learning magic easier than pulling a habit out of a rat. www.magiccamp.com.
Yeah, it's California. It's nice outside, so you want to take a photo.
We are back. Gary, can you introduce the next two contestants, please?
Yeah, we have up next contestant number 13, Max Park, a long-time, multi-time offender at the O. Henry Pun-Off World Championships. He rattled off a list of the years that he participated, and it's starting to look like I'm sorry. Forget that. Rewind. Timeline. He's been doing Punderdome since 2012 with 2 mystery boxes under his belt. Don't ask him to show you what's under his belt. and he says that after he competes in Punslingers today, he's going to need to go raise a barn. So I'm really going to have to ask you, because you set me up for that. Were you raised in a barn, Max?
No, but I've been adopted into one.
Okay. Anyway, you've been runner up in Punslingers for 4 of the last 4 years. Is that right?
No, one of them. Only one of them. I competed, but I only ran up in one of them.
Okay. Well, I'm running off at the mouth. Anyway, welcome back, Max. I'm glad you could be here. We're going to put you up against Travis Whitebread. Travis Whitebread. We asked him, how do you pronounce that? He says, just like it sounds. So, Travis Whitebread, welcome to the show. You're here, and tell us a little bit about yourself, because you were penciled in at the last minute. So we're glad you got off the wait list and onto the weight loss list. So tell us about yourself. Where are you from?
I am part of the San Francisco Bay Area Pun-Off group. So from the Bay Area, I'm a middle school teacher, so I'm pretty good at telling bad jokes via Zoom to my students. So hopefully I can translate well here today.
Okay, and have you participated in any other shows besides Bappo?
Nope, just Bappo.
And you've done well there, or respectable?
Done well, gotten best in show a couple times, and been runner up as well.
Okay, well,
so I haven't fully won it yet, but yeah.
There you go, Max. You got tough competition here. Even though he's unknown to us, he may be known to you, and of course he knows what he's doing. So that's the important thing. So we're going to put him up against Ben is going to host this round for. I'm sorry, Eric is going to host this round. In the topic is.
All right. Well, thank you both for being here. I'm very excited to get this one started. So this topic is all about the thing that Gary has been collecting. Your topic is coins and currency, and we're going to start with Max.
So I lost all of my shiny coins, and now I'm proofless.
This is a pretty tall bill to fill.
So when you go across a river, do you take a powerboat or do you row?
5.
I met this lady one time. I wasn't really sure what we were going to do next after dinner. I figured I'd see if I could court her,
Let me be frank.
Can I be Erica? Okay, sorry. Travis?
Some editing, and I was using a pencil, and I was, should I be using a pen? Something else? I don't know.
So I find that whenever I invite over my German friends, they always draw on the walls. They leave a lot of Deutschmarks.
Like I said, I'm a teacher, and I know a friend of mine, her daughter is learning the flute. She's in 4th grade, and she's really working on learning different notes. A, a B. We're gonna hit that C note.
A peasant won't rule a country, but a shekel.
Similar, but I was out going for a run the other day, and I fell, and I ran into a bush, and I got a little nickel on my pants.
So the problem, my girlfriend's always getting street harassed. All the guys will leer at her.
Old school. I've had this topic before, actually. When I just said it, I was like, oh my gosh, I have to do this one again?
My mother formed a band, and I was like, you drock, Mom.
I was leaving a restaurant the other day. I sat outside, don't worry about it. And my friends asked me, so are you going to pay so we can leave?
whenever I get a lot of Canadian dollar coins, I throw them in my loony bin.
So I was having my students and I was having them put in alphabetical order, and I was like, A, B, C, D. Eventually, like, oh, you're O.
Euro has
Actually
been used.
Oh no, okay.
That'd be a strike.
One strike. Go again. Five.
So you mentioned earlier about weight. I'm really hoping to be able to lose a pound with all this stress.
Well, I prefer to spend small amounts of money. I always get my sound equipment for very little money. I spend my mic pence.
Had to make sure I really I had to tune in for that one.
Is that a
Toonie.
Toonie.
Yeah,
That's
I
good.
want to make sure. Yeah.
That's good. That's a Canadian coin.
I gotta appreciate how Gary is shilling in this show.
I gotta tell you, I'm normally a soccer player, and I really wish to get out there and score some gold. Score some goal. No, it wasn't great. Let me try
Not
it
a
again.
strike, but try again.
Really trying to make it through. My goal is to make it further in this competition.
Better. Not great, but better. All right, Max.
Erica, I know you're a good host, but I think it's really all about the Benjamin Zeeks.
I'll reluctantly take that.
So will I.
Travis.
I'll take it.
5, 4, 3.
I'm trying to just really sliver my way through this. Not great.
Say it a little clearer so people get what you're doing.
I know.
It was a fine pun, but say it clearer.
That's how I go through my life. Really, it's not quite that gold standard. I'm really trying to just sliver my way through.
Good. Silver.
I was almost late for this round because I was in the bathroom, and if I had been, then I would really rue peas.
Good. TMI, but good. Okay, continue. Travis. 5, 4, 3. I'm sorry. Great job to both of you, but it looks like Max will be moving on to the next round. So
Yes. Sorry, Travis, you dimed out.
yes, he did.
No.
Travis, you might be white bread, but I appreciate your wry humor.
Yes, we all do. All right,
Good job,
great job,
both
both of you.
Congratulations to Max. And for those of you that didn't see it come up on the screen earlier, here are the standings so far. This means that we have one heat left in the preliminaries. And when that is over, we will move on, we will be taking a long break until 7 p.m. Central Time. I want to just say right now, thank you, everybody, for joining us and for being patient. This is a brand new experience for everybody, and there haven't so much been technical glitches as Aaron glitches, so everyone has been very kind. I actually think I hear something going on with Gary. Gary, are you there? Gary? Gary?
Yeah. A lot of these puns are really off the wall, but these phones, they're ringing off the wall too. Let me take a couple more calls, Aaron, if that's all right with you. Oh, here's somebody coming in now. Yep. What? Yep. Reruns? Yeah, we're hoping to record this so we can rerun it in the afternoon before the evening event. Yeah, I'm sorry you missed it, but yeah.
But are you ready to donate? Because we're taking donations at punintensive.com/ whatever that thing is.
Donate.
Donate. And don't donate all at once, though. You'll get a stomachache. Okay, hang on. I've got another call coming in just a minute.
Test. Test.
There we go. Hello. Punintensive.com. Thanks for calling. What? Bitcoin? No, we don't take Bitcoin, but we will take.
Greg, I
some of your
apologize.
bits. We'll take your 2
Go ahead and turn
bits.
your camera off. I made a mistake.
If you can affect change. Yeah, you think you can affect change? All right, great. Hang on, I got somebody else coming on. Just a minute. Oh, are we still there, Aaron? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, you saw that I got the $100 bill fax in, but you only have what? 2 $50 bills? That's fine. We love matching grants. Yes. Send us your matching grants. We'll take them. All right. And another call coming in. Hang on. All right. Okay. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. This is where you donate. Punintensive.com/donate. Yes. Yep. Oh, you saw it on the website. This is the pun off of international renown. No, it's irrational nouns. I think that's what it was. Irrational nouns. Oh, okay. All right. Thanks. I got another call coming in here. Oh, jeez. Well, they just keep calling. They won't stop calling, Aaron. Everybody's donating lots of money. That one especially. You know what? This is going crazy. Back to you, Aaron.
All right. I made an error earlier, and I apologize, Greg and Manuel. You can go ahead and turn your cameras on now. All right, and
Hey, everyone.
Greg, are you there?
Hey, you still got me stopped, Aaron.
So sorry. Let me fix it.
I'll go take some more phone calls if you're not ready, because I got them coming in.
Yeah, go ahead.
There you are. Here we go. More phone calls.
Like a few of those calls are phony.
All right, Greg,
Oh,
it should work
the
now.
The hotline is coming in. All right. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, honey. Yeah, it's my wife. She's dusting furniture today. She says, "Can I take a pledge break? Can I take a pledge break?" Yes. You want to donate some money? Oh, she wants to donate my lunch. All the better. Hey, what is the first topic? Pizza? Great. That's what I'm having for lunch. All right, I'll be right out as soon as we get rid of these last 2 losers. What?
Takes one to know one.
Not him.
Hey, Greg, can you turn on your video now?
You bet.
All right.
Didn't want to interrupt him again, but I'm doing it anyway.
No, you're fine. You're fine. I'm sorry, guys. That was a
Mount
problem with the
Pinatubo is
director.
interrupting. Mount Pinatubo is interrupting again. Run for your lives.
Hey, Gary, we have our next 2 contestants. Any chance that you have information on them by which you can use?
No, I'm just gonna kill the rest of the hour myself here. You guys can just watch my comedy routine.
Oh, nice being last again.
Coming up next, contestant number 15, Manuel Gomez, about whom I have no information, so he's going to have to tell us. So open up your microphone, and I must ask you a question.
Can
you?
Well, most people remember
can
me
you
as
hit or not?
Sorry, say that again.
I said, can you handle bars?
I can handle bars, but I must ask you to speak up a little bit. So my name is Manuel, originally from Chicago. I studied and actually majored in rocket science during college, but I'm actually working within medical software now.
So you went from rocket science to brain surgery?
Not yet, but I work in like oncology and blood marrow transplant software here at Stanford. So I'm over here in the Bay in Palo Alto. Ran away from the cold, came for the sun. and the puns. I've competed in the Bay Area Pun-Off and once or twice over at the High Noon Saloon in Madison, Wisconsin. It was an epic experience. That's where I used to work, by the way, Epic.
Okay, well, thank you for that little elucidation, and we appreciate you finding us and getting registered because it's a tight contest with only 16 open spots this year. But we hope that you make it to Austin live and in person, hopefully next spring. But if not, whenever that happens, because the live event is certainly a whole lot more electrifying than what we're doing here. This is all just kind of stopgap, to tell you the truth. Anyway,
sounds like fun. Look forward to it.
Contestant number 16, our last and final contestant, last but not least, from Maryland.
Remains to be seen.
I think. Wait a minute. No, well, he says he's from MD. Maybe he's a doctor. Greg Siegel. Greg Siegel, are you a doctor or are you from Maryland?
I play a doctor on TV, so I guess I'll
All
say,
right.
yeah.
Well, I know something about Greg that I'm going to have to ask him here because it really intrigued me. His father-in-law played for the Astros. Is that right? Have I got that right, or did I miss?
I laughed over. Did you say he played for the Astros?
Your father-in-law played for the Astros?
No, he was a great man. He was an old-timey actor on Tom Corbett, Space Cadets, which I guess Gary has an affinity for. He played it's a prototype of Mr. Spock.
Before Beyond
Astro.
Affinity. I have Beyond Affinity.
Oh, yeah. That's a Tom Corbett joke, I guess.
So his character's name was Astro.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry. Brain fart here. I'm having
it's
Astro.
awesome. We're very proud of him.
I'm
We just
having
donated his
Astro,
uniform to the Smithsonian, and if things ever get back on track, it'll be an exhibit at the Air and Space. So that'll be awesome.
Oh, Aaron has no more space left in his brain, I'm sure. So anyway, we got Greg from Maryland and Manuel from the Bay Area. We're going to put them together with Ben on the topic of.
Well, before we do that, we're going to get a word from our sponsor, and our MCs are going to come back on camera now.
Funding made possible from
I'm going to go answer some more phones.
And number 2, plumbers. It's always a potty up in here, where your business is our business.
And we are back. I toss it to you, Erica.
And I will toss it to Ben.
I knew that. I was just kidding.
So a prototype for Mr. Spock. So you could call him a Leonard Primoy, right?
Many times I've called them that. I'm not allowed at family dinners.
All right. That's sweet. That is sweet. Oh, sweet. That gives me an idea. Your topic is candy.
Oh, my.
Now, just to be fair, we're not looking for dessert, so no ice cream sundaes, no hot fudge, but candy itself. All right. Manuel, we're going to start with you.
I think this topic was meant to be.
So I love dogs, and I know I had to wrestle my pup over to the vet. You know, it was spay day.
I'm disabled, so I have to walk with a cane.
Actually, I can't take that as a pun because a candy cane is the shape of a cane. So again, since it's your first round, we're not going to give you a strike for that, but please either fix it or come up with another pun.
Okay. I have a friend who's always late. Every time he shows up to a party, I'm like, Choco, late.
There you go.
So I was on this British show the other day, and they have like different words for everything. It's really kind of amazing. Like here we might say panties, over there it's Snickers.
Okay, that was satisfying.
So my friends and I like to. Sorry, you done?
Go ahead, Manuel.
My friends and I like to destroy CDs and DVDs of famous movies. We do one movie at a time. Last week, I guess you could say that we were Jaws breakers.
So I'm spending just way too much money on Amazon these days. Every time I get a whim, hey, I order it. So I thought, hey, maybe I need another pet, but I didn't want to get a live one. I thought I'd experiment. So I bought this Kit Kat.
So my friends Mel and Kara were getting married, and they came up with a hashtag for their wedding, hashtag Caramel.
Okay, loose, but we'll take it.
I liked it.
So, I like puns best when they're good and plentiful.
Nice. Retro.
So I like Gatling guns. I bought a new one. I guess you could say it was a new Gat.
Don't want to make a visual for you, but if you wanted to say, pick your nose or something, foot wouldn't work, but her finger would.
Okay.
Good and gross. We love those.
That's what we go for here.
All right. So I had to work on my friend's as a surgery while he was dressed up as Chewbacca. I'm a dentist. I guess you could say that the surgery was on his chewing gum.
I'm going to take a pause here.
What was the pun again,
Whoppers
please?
are like a...
Okay. Gotcha. Yeah.
So I have a lot of cats, but I had to pay fees to my apartment in order to own them. I guess you could say it was a TAF fee.
I'm wondering, am I going to do well or bit off more than I can chew?
Bit off? What was the pun there? I'm sorry.
Orbit.
Orbit.
Brand of gum.
Yeah.
All right. There was a game with money that I played, a version of Truth or Dare, and we either had to, eat part of the floor, or we could do something else to get a lot more money. So I guess you could say it was a lick or rich kind of a choice.
You need new friends, but good pun.
Yeah.
So I don't know how your windows line up, but I see Ben betwixt us here.
So there was a competition that I won at the Olympics. I got an award for it. It was for throwing these javelins. I guess you could call the award a spearmint.
Okay. So people are doing all sorts of weird things, with body modifications. Sometimes they want different shape body parts and stuff. So I heard of this person. They wanted 3, count them, 3 like musketeers. Look very weird.
So I went to interview for a job at this one dairy producer, and they told me all the rules and regulations, and they have a very strong culture. And after every single rule they would tell me, they said, this is the Milky Way of doing things.
Okay.
I was experimenting. I had like a little, a soul patch thing going on here for a while. And the thing with these things is, whatever you happen to imbibe, it sort of gets left over a bit. So I was eating like my favorite Asian dish, sweet and sour pork. And when you know it, I had like a sour patch all day.
So if you haven't heard already, there had been an earthquake in Turkey. Luckily, they got a forecast that they won't have any more for 100 years, which I guess brought about a lot of Turkish delight.
Oh, well done.
So, when you have little kids, a lot of things get dropped and spilled and so on. So one of my kids was eating cereal. He had the box on the table and he waved his arms and it, started flying off the floor. And I, in slow motion, of course, leaped forward and, hey, I was a lifesaver.
So my favorite vegetable is a pea. So much I went to a convention, but one of the heavy signs fell on me. I broke a lot of bones and people were calling me peanut brittle.
So speaking of things that are spilled, we had a big gallon jug, and I was telling my MD friend about it, and the jug started flying, and I ran, and it was a Milky Way, Doc.
Milky Way has been used.
Not Doc though, the dark version.
Oh, dark. Very well done. Yep, got it. Good.
So back in college when I studied engineering, some of my friends from the Society of Women Engineers, SWE, they held a fundraiser with a bunch of water-based animals, and they made a special dish which they called SWE dish fish.
So I'm starting to run out of steam here. Can we take 5?
Yeah, okay.
Well, it's called Take 5
Yeah.
because it has 5 different
Right.
flavors.
No, that's fine. Yeah, it's good.
Ooh, is that time?
No, it was just take 5.
Oh.
Wait,
Go ahead,
play
Manuel.
any song that we mentioned?
Not
Francis
that
is
good.
pretty good.
All right, Manuel, back to you.
Am I good to go?
Yep.
Okay. I am hoping that I live a long and successful life. I eat very healthy. I try to watch my weight and everything. I hope that by the time I get past that age of 99, instead of feeling 99 weak, I feel 100 grand.
Nice.
So I'm trying to put together, you call that thing where you grow plants and you throw your scraps out so it becomes really good soil. So I was trying to figure out how to do that. And I had to place an order. I said, look, give me worms.
So as I mentioned before, I do like guns, in particular antique guns. I collect muskets, but I grade them on a scale. There's 3 different ratings. There's 3 musket tiers.
3 Musketeers has been used already, so that would be a strike.
All right.
Go ahead, Manuel. It's still your turn.
So I decided to make a bunch of beds out of candy, and I decided to make them out of pure sugar because you can get it to be like rock, and it works well. I made so many when I mass produced them. I made about 2,000 pounds of them, some low-grade beds. I guess you could call them a cot-ton candy.
Okay.
So I have this collection of different chapeaux, some are trompe-l'oeil, they're all different interesting shapes. So I have this whole set of bottle caps.
Okay. Yeah.
You guys are judging me pretty hard. Do you take me for a sucker?
Nice.
Never.
So we were doing musical genres before, and my favorite country singer was changing genres a little bit. She's gone to lollipop.
Okay.
So there was a drug factory, a cocaine factory that exploded. Someone who was standing nearby could have sworn that you could hear the blow pop.
So I just got I get reads on people's
And
thoughts.
that is time. You guys made it to 10
Wow, well
minutes.
done.
Officially a draw.
Wow. There are so many laughs where there's original puns. I am
Yeah.
so impressed with both of you.
What was that? Oh, the old man
so many
candy.
laughs where there's original puns.
I hope you both score.
Well, guys, I think it is time to go back to the drawing board. So let's have everybody let's have you 4 turn off your cameras, and we will have the drawing board turn on their cameras.
Thanks to everyone. Thank you.
Good job, Manuel.
All right. Whoops. Nope. Are we
Okay.
missing- we're
Oh,
missing
wait,
one
we're waiting
person.
for one more.
Is it Alex? Alex. Here, we'll play a commercial while we're waiting for her.
2020 Pun Off is brought to you in part by Burt's
Sorry, I couldn't
Shirts,
find myself.
offering the finest men's shirts. shirts anywhere to be found. Ladies, I hope we're not butting into
guess we're
your
in commercial
business,
now.
but if you haven't cottoned a Christmas gift for your boyfriend or husband yet, come on down and check out our inventory.
Perfect.
Wool,
Yeah,
what are
Sam,
you waiting
do you
for?
wanna shoot it
And
around a little?
guys,
Sure.
you might even
Yeah,
want to
I
bring
can
your
say,
girlfriend or
if
wife
it was a
with you
close
to
call,
our
and I'll
store.
talk about which
Go
ones we
ahead,
like, then you can just
call
throw it
her
back
up
to me and
right
I'll say
now
one.
and tail her. I'm on my way to pick you up and take you to my favorite shirt store. Let's sleeve in 5 minutes. By the way, we have plenty of
They thought
space
they'd
for your
never see
car
our
while you
faces
shop.
again.
You can park it anywhere in our lot.
I
When you
heard
come
we had to
inside,
start a
one of our
5 count
sales
there. They were
ladies will
both
help
very
you.
quick.
Just ask for Polly or Esther.
Yeah.
Bert's shirts.
Or quick to
When
start,
you wear one
anyway.
of our
There's
shirts,
voices
you've
bleeding
planned
over
your
onto the
cards right.
advertisement. Aaron, there's voices bleeding over
And
onto the advertisement.
We are back. So, hey guys, you guys actually get to have a little bit more camera time. I have a strong feeling, given how strong these contestants have been, that when we have the finals tonight, we'll be seeing an awful lot more of you. But let's go ahead and start right now and find out who won that very last heat.
Okay, so this one was close. Both participants were strong in not having to get the 5 count. So we're just going to mention first a couple things we loved and didn't love. Greg, I thought you had a great "It's Snickers" pun. That was probably one of my favorites of the entire round. Carmen, what do you have to say?
Boy, this was a tough round to judge. We liked both competitors' approaches, and this is going to be a tough call.
Yeah, I agree. This is a really tough one. The 5 of us observed both punsters getting away with a couple, sneaking through with a couple. I particularly liked Gimme Worms for gummy worms, and Allie and I agree that anything that uses spear is an A+ pun.
Yep, I will second that for sure. Also, just really appreciated the instances where there were strikes where you guys just like bounced back immediately, ready with the next one. So
Fast.
Awesomeness and readiness
Yeah.
is impressive.
No, I thought this was a different category because there were so many shaggy dog puns, but I especially loved Three Musketeers and the Swedish fish. Those were standouts for me.
So it was a hard decision, but by a hair, we had to hand this one to Greg.
Congratulations, Greg.
Congratulations.
And well done, Manuel.
Thanks, guys.
Well done.
Manuel, great job.
Okay, so we will be back in a few hours with the finals. I'm just putting up here on the screen our final contestants, our finalists, so to speak. If everybody who is on Zoom, and that is a reference to all of our contestants, all of our MCs, all of our hosts, all of our judges, please turn on your cameras. I'm looking for everybody. Everybody. All right. You guys, every single person has been amazing. I want the audience to know that any strange technical glitches were just me. It's only me. Everything else that was perfect was all them. Speaking of perfect, we will be resuming this contest at 7 p.m. tonight, Central Time. And the folks
Resuming.
and the folks that you saw on the on that bracket board will be coming back for sure. So everyone gets to take a long break right now, but after we sign off, those of you watching on Twitch, I would encourage you to, and actually especially the people who won their first heat, to keep an eye on the videos on Twitch, because I'm going to play one more time the what is a pun videos and the ones that are similar. So it'll be a good refresher. All right, so let's have everyone turn their cameras off. Let me get Gary and Francis back one more time.
I'm here.
All right, can I get Carmen and Jonah to turn off their cameras, please? There we go. All right, thank you. So for those of you that weren't completely clear on this, all of those musical stings were Francis, and if I could just get this mute button working okay, you would have heard a lot more. I'm excited to see what we will have happen at 7 o'clock. So, without any further ado, I'm going to say goodbye for now.
There is no off position on the pun switch.
Oh, Gary. Brilliant. All right. Well, we'll see you guys in a few hours then. Thank you, Gary. Thank you, Francis. Thank you to everybody. We'll see you soon.